keep dropping that. Okay. I just need my stapler. Hey, good morning. How are you guys? I am tired. I am beyond tired. I have one of those nights where you wake up like nonstop every hour on the hour, and then you look at the clock and you're like, what am I doing up? It was one of those nights. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Putting things together. I finally bought the Shambella pattern, the Joseph. I'm not going to even lie to you. I bought the pattern just for this. I don't know if she's ever going to sell these separately. But I am a sucker for different templates for different bag-ins. Like the Captain Carter bag that I did yesterday. I didn't show you the strap. The strap has like a pouch. Like, you know how they when they went to war, they would have like little pouches on their belt. So I did that on the strap. So I'm a sucker for making a strap really cute, and I just love this. Another person who has really nice strap-ins is and you can buy the templates or you can get them pre-cut, and that is Georgia Girl Stitch. And So Yours has templates for really nice strap-ins. If you're like me that's always trying to do something different, I just like having something that doesn't look like everybody else's, that doesn't take a lot of hardware. Like this is your regular hardware with rivets. So you might need, this goes from a 1.5 inch D-ring to a 1 inch, and which is incredibly helpful if you are low on hardware and you don't want to wait. Having these little tips and tricks can help you out tremendously. So yeah, I got the Joseph because this just looks so cute. I don't really feel like it's masculine or feminine. I just like this detail, and I'm not gonna show you the pattern, but let me show you the anatomy of the bag. I love when people have pictures of that. So the anatomy of the bag, look at how that is a sexy looking bag. I know we're not supposed to call it inanimate. Fingers are my fingers are kind of wide, sorry. I have chubby fingers. So this is this side. I love what that the backpack opens up in the back and it's not connected to the back flap. I hate when the flap is connected to the back flap because one, I feel like you can't get a really consistent good top stitch. Two, it just, I don't know, it if something's too heavy, it bows down a little bit weird. It's awkward. This, see how straight this back flap is? It's because it's connected to the back. So I really do like that. And it has really cute pockets and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I purchased this pattern, is because I was like, oh, this is, I'm all about messenger bags and I like a good one. And I'm also a big person on unique straps, and the straps got me. That, to be honest with you, I bought this pattern solely because of the straps. So I'm excited about that. I don't know when I'm going to make it. I was thinking about making it with like an 80s print, like with all the cartoon characters like She-Ra, He-Man, She-Ra, all that stuff, because I just felt like it would look really cute with it. But I didn't make anything yesterday. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, okay? So I made the Captain Carter bag Saturday, and I was up from 9 to like almost 7 o'clock at night, edge painting the edges and doing all the things to it. And it spent all my energy that when I came to my workroom, I know what I want to make. There's two things I want to make for today, and I'm still trying to figure out which one, but I could not settle on making a bag yesterday because my energy was like everything went into making the Captain Carter bag. So I decided today will be something a little bit different. This is going to be kind of like a Nova's, not a Nova's Notion. What is the other one? Nova's Nuggets. I get asked a lot, like about cutting machines because people think I use them a lot and I don't. I don't. I use the cutting machines mostly for like HTV like vinyl that you adhere with heat. I don't use it a lot. I wanted to give you some examples. The thing that I use a lot to make a lot of my bags, like my Captain Carter bag, or if you've been around, you've seen my Wonder Woman bag, my Captain America, like all that. My Phoenix is the mighty pencil. I use a pencil and I draw on a pattern. Um, so I'm going to give you some examples. So I get a lot of men or males asking me to make. They love the Park Sling by So Sweetness. So I and they're like, hey, I want to have the gators. I will sit there and draw out the bag, draw the colors, the zipper tape, and the emblem that I want to put in there. And this is how I create themes. Um, I am I this is how I draw things. It just it's easier for me to see. I know there's a lot of people that are visual learners. I am too, and that's how I got into. I doodle. If you sit by me for more than 10 minutes, I am doodling on something. I'm a doodler. I'm a drawer. I like to draw things. So this is like a park sling, and it was based off of a guy wanting it. And then you'll see notes like this is what the side back will look like. This is what the front is going to look like. I create aprons for myself for my events, and I love Studio Ghibli. And so I wanted to have the no face. So I drew out his head shape, and I took this off my wall, so I need to put it back on. I drew off the head shape and drew the character how I want to. And these are the pieces that I would cut out. So I would get another piece of paper and trace over the pattern pieces that I want to cut out, and I would cut them out by hand, burn the edges, well, not burn, sear the edges so that there's no fuzzy bits, and then I would edge paint around the edges, and then I would do applique. A perfect example of this is a messed up Captain Marvel bag, but I couldn't throw it away, so I used it as a bin. So this is really old, so bear with me. As you can see, there's like, I have different colors, so I drew this all out first, then I cut from my drawings, I trace it and I cut out pattern pieces like you would do with a dress. And then I will pay attention to details. Like I said, this is an old one because you could tell my lines weren't matching, so I automatically redid it. But you can see how I drew the details for the side, how I went down to the back, how I created muscles in the armor from different pleats in design. The pencil is so mighty. It is so mighty. I know a lot of people act as though you need every tool in the book to make a fantastic bag. This is not true. This is not true. You don't need the top machines. Heck, you don't even need an industrial machines. I can name 5 designers, 5 people right now that either do an HG or Juki 22 QVP mini that make way better bags than me, and they don't have an industrial in sight. You don't need a cutting machine. You don't need anything. You just need your imagination and a pencil. And then I know a lot of people are like, hey, I can't draw. I get that. We all have to start from somewhere. You didn't know how to sew right off the bat. Drawing becomes part of what we do. So taking a pattern piece, I'm trying to see if I have like something. Okay, so here's like the swoon pattern piece. You can't, it's see-through. That was pointless. But I would take what I would do on this pattern piece and start drawing out. I would draw on a big piece of paper the pattern piece and start sketching out what I want. So if I want to put daisies, flowers, if I want to do a special quilting pattern design, I sit there and I draw it out. Therefore, I have the visualization in my mind, and I can move forward. I could progress forward because now I know what I want to do in here. Take your time. this is something I always do. I take my time and I draw things out. Like I today I'm either going to do a sneak peek of Alchemats, or I'm going to do that one tomorrow. I have a black Black Widow bag stuck in my head. I'm going to make it the Celine bag. I love making the Celine. This is the Celine here. I just feel like Celine is always like the perfect bag for or whatever. And I have how I want to make her armor come in with her, because if you look at her symbol is really just a time clock. So I want to so I'm going to visualize putting this here and putting her centerpiece here. And this is one of my first bags. This is actually, if you go on my Instagram, this bag is like 5 years old. So this is like, I cut everything out because this didn't match, and I was so pissed off at myself. And it's okay. Sometimes you got to start all over. You can see I'm using foam, and like you could tell how old this is because look at the foam. Look at the color. The foam, if you get foam by Annie that's white, it ages yellow. Every year it gets a little bit more yellow. And then I have, it winds up being my scrap thing that I use for different in different, like I use this in my this kind of, instead of craft checks, I use this kind of stabilizer in a lot of my wallets because it has a nice feel to it. It feels like cardboard, but it's not. It's a little bit more flexible. So it wound up being my small stabilizer thing, but I couldn't throw it away. So like, yeah, so just your pen is mighty. Your pencil is mighty. I use a pencil for everything, and I'm going to the first thing I'm going to do when I get off here is take my Celine pattern, draw it out, and figure out how I'm going to create her armor. And once I can cut out all of her armor and cut out all the pieces, and pick up my kids from their after school activities, they have tons of activities, I might come back on here around 1 or 2 and put together the Celine. That's one of my favorite patterns by Swoon. I feel like Alicia was the first person that taught people how to snip in to make the curves. That was one of the first bags that had a deep curve. And I always tell people, if you're wanting to quill or start making like 3-dimensional stuff on your bags, start with the Swoon pattern. They have tons of blank space and on a lot of the panels, so you have the opportunity to make things exist. Most of my like Wonder Woman or Captain America or Captain Marvel bags are either the Celine or the Annette. But I've actually never made the Annette the correct way. I've always made it with the recessed zipper. Because it's a big zipper pouch to me if it's made with a zipper on top. So it's something it's like a personal preference to me. I have actually never ever made the Annette the correct way. So watching my game, so Arnetto, me and my husband were talking about that because half of our roof is covered in shade, but the other half is covered in sun. And we're talking about solar panels for 2025 too. That is a very wise thing. It helps with energy saving, and it's just that's awesome, Ornetta. That's a big thing for your house, and I get it, especially because we live so close. We have some day. It's like we still have to work on regular power because Arnetta could tell you. I don't know what it is about the DC Maryland area. It half the time it looks like Freddy Krueger's like nightmare. It is dark out here, and we don't have as much as light as other states. Like when I go to other states and it's like bright, it throws me off. It's kind of like the rain. Like we get more rain out here than more days than not having rain. That's why it's so green and lush. So, okay, Pepco DC hasn't great instances. Okay. Oh, good to know. Yeah, we're looking at them for 2025 for like half the roof because the other half, it's so bad. Like I'll show you guys maybe winter. Like we ice over so bad that like we have to constantly have rock salt on our concrete, which is really not good for your concrete because it freezes over. Like the 3 houses in Maryland, they're called row houses. The way that they build them, they're townhouses and they're all connected, and there's like 7 of them connected. The last 3 houses, there's like these 3 massive trees in the front that make like it impossible to grow really pretty flowers, and it also freezes over incredibly quick. So as soon as the ground freezes, we're like, damn it, we gotta ice it. But the back, for some odd reason, the back of our house has a lot of sun. So we're like maybe solar power panels in the back just to help with energy and just, carbon footsteps. Um, doing what we can to make the environment better. So yeah, I wanted to go over that. Pencil, pen, paper. I like getting you can get Swedish tracing paper. Um if you don't have that, sometimes I just get like they'll have like white long sheets of see-through paper, tissue paper that I use, and this is how I create my armor. Um, I don't use I like the Captain Carter is all straight line, so I didn't have to use a machine. I used a ruler and a fresh box cutter knife. I am not the best with a rotary, so like figure out what your Achilles is. Like me, if you ever watch me rotary like cut something, you're gonna be like, she's gonna cut her fingers off. I am horrible with a rotary cutter, but if you give me a fresh, clean box cutter, I could cut out like a straight line like a pro. um, so this is because I can't. I don't know what your name is in your language, but I'm not on a diet. I'm okay with who I am though. um, so that's my plan today is to do I want to do Black Widow. I have some really cool Black Widow fabric that I'm going to have in the inside of the bag. And the bag, of course, is going to be all black with hints of red. And I'm looking for I'm trying to see if I have silver or metallic somewhere, because in her suit, I noticed that in her breastplate, she has a little hint of like a liquid metal. So it's very, very faint. It's not a big deal, but it will be a big deal in a bag to make it pop out. And then I want to do all gunmetal, of course, hardware. So I'm going to hop off, go do that, trace things out. And what I'll do, hey from California, I'm originally from California. Hey from Iraq. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about doing that. Or I'm going to show you guys the awesome. I'm gonna do a modified Ojima bag because everyone knows that's my bag, and show you this awesome HP Harry Potter stuff that Alchemouts has out. And I was gonna use some more merino fabric from that I think I got like 3 years ago. She had I've been waiting to use this fabric forever. um, so it's I don't know. Does she usually puts her yeah, okay, so I'm a total nerd, okay? Lauren, I keep these. This is her 10th round. I don't know what round she's on, but she puts on her salvage what it is. This is her 10th round. I do not know what round she's on. But when this came out, I immediately bought it. And Olivia made some HP keys that looks similar to this. So I wanted to do an Ojima with a front pocket and like cute little pocket details inside. And that will be not only a strike, but something that I will sell at my conventions. I know. I'm worried about the hurricane, but it is hurricane season. Hopefully, it's not going to be that severe. That's all I am. I'm crossing my fingers for that. Because man, I hate hurricane season. But I don't know anyone that's like, yeah, hurricane season's the best. Whoever's saying that, there's something wrong with you. Serious. Don't say that. The only thing is that hopefully it dies down. We don't know. Climate change, man, needs to happen. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. And so either I'm going to come back and I'm going to be showing you a sneak peek. Well, it won't be a sneak peek because you're going to see everything of the hardware that I got for Alchemats for strikes for that's Harry Potter. I gotta say, when she sent those, I was thrown off because they look so magical. Like normally people just have the keys, the butterfly, and like whatever. But I don't know. Olivia always knows how to make something with a slight twist that makes it like wow. I'm also going to be doing sometime this week. I'm going to be doing a video for the Louis with the hack that I have, so that way you don't have to sew around the front. So I'm going to be doing a lot of little things this week, hopefully getting it all done, as well as taking my dad to go get his eyes dilated. It's super fun. He has like glaucoma in one of his eyes, so he has to go get checked. But yeah, that's my plan today. Either making Black Widow or coming back with HP. I'm excited to do both. So either one, I'm going to sew live, and I should come back on around 1:30-ish. And I'll go live and sew it up with you guys so you can see. And hopefully if I do the Harry Potter, Olivia could pop on and you can say hi to her and ask her questions. She's like the coolest person you can possibly talk to. She's so smart, so sweet, and so giving. You couldn't ask for a better friend. So I'm going to pop off real quick, and I will see you guys later on today. All right. Bye.